help but stop. Chloe had one of the dresses displayed in the window. The sales assistant looked hesitant but, seeing my persistence, handed me a set of clothes. The girl in the changing room was small, barely reaching half the height of the full-length mirror. My chest was flat, my limbs slender and weak, the body of someone too frail to properly bond with a snakeshifter. That outfit, which looked absolutely stunning on Chloe, made me look like a precocious little girl secretly wearing her mother's high heels. Images of Chloe with her shifter automatically flashed through my mind. Tall, with long limbs, Chloe looked incredibly beautiful when she bonded with a snakeshifter Damien wrapped around her. They looked perfectly matched. No wonder Damien didn't like me. From the day I was born, even my own parents didn't want me. I hadn't developed properly in the womb. Born with a frail constitution, I grew slower and stayed shorter than everyone else. Even as an adult, I still looked like an 11 or 12-year-old child. Others would mock me, a freak of nature in a family of revered snake tamers. She'll probably snap her arm just trying to handle one. Those cruel words pricked at my heart like thorns that couldn't be removed, and they brought shame to my parents' faces too. They learned their lesson and were extra attentive when Chloe was conceived, and that extra care gave them every snakeshifter's dream match. She grew fast and tall. With Chloe, they cared for me even less. It was as if they were a complete family of three, and I was just a poorly nurtured burden. I stared at my small hands, angrily digging my nails into my palm, then curled my fingers into fists, silently sobbing. I arrived home, my eyes swollen raw, like bruised fruit. Damien was sitting on the sofa, his expression impatient and chillingly cold. What took you so long? Do you know I'm starving? I sniffled, my emotions, just barely controlled, surged up again. I'll order you some takeout later. I'm a little tired, he scoffed. Ha, you want me to eat takeout? Not wanting to argue, I sighed, my foot, already stepping towards the bathroom, changed direction, heading to the kitchen instead. I usually cooked for Damien. He never lifted a finger in the kitchen, even with a fridge full of ingredients. He was too pampered to dirty his precious hands. Once before, I'd come home late, and Damien had thrown a terrible fit because he was hungry. I thought he was specially waiting for me to eat, and, filled with guilt and a tiny bit of joy, I cooked him a huge meal. But as I pulled out a chair, about to sit down, he threw cold water on my hopes. You reek of cooking oil. Go take a shower. Snapping back to reality, I placed the prepared meal in front of him, but Damien didn't touch it. Why do you smell like another shifter? I raised my arm and sniffed. It was probably from the clothing store earlier. I suddenly remembered when I was little and had no money, I had to hike up the mountain to hunt wild rabbits and pheasants to feed him. He'd grumble, chewing on the tough, stringy meat. He'd complain about the mud on my face and the scent of other shifters on me, always keeping his distance. I'll go shower now. I set the cutlery on the table and walked towards the bathroom, but Damien swept the cooked meal onto the floor with a single arm. Audrey Miller, aren't you going to explain yourself? A shard of ceramic from the shattered bowl cut my calf, and the pain instantly sharpened my mind. Some